really cold here. It's not like England cold, but for Perth, this is pretty cold. It is jumper season for me. I'm feeling all warm and snug and I am ready to dive into this video. Welcome everybody, my name is Erin and today I am going to be doing a book recommendations video. This video was requested by Angelina Dubs on my ACOTAR video. If you have any requests for videos you'd like to see, please comment that in the description below. Do bear in mind that this is also specific to a genre, but I'll try not to be too genre specific, but I can't make any promises about that. In each of these recommendations, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the book, no spoilers, I promise, and you can decide if it's something you would like to read, and I will link all of them from the book depository in the description below so that if you like the sounds of any of them, you can go and get them. In no particular order, Caraval by Stephanie Garber. This is one of my favorite books that I've read so far this year. It was charming, it was wonderful. It's about two sisters, Scarlett and Tella, and they live on an island with a very, very abusive father, and there's this show called Caraval that they've always wanted to see, and together they sneak away to see it. But one of the sisters, Tella, gets kidnapped, and it soon becomes apparent that that is part of Caraval, part of this show, and now Scarlett has to find her. It's got a little bit of romance, it's got a hell of a lot of adventure. Number 2 is The Summoning by Kelly Armstrong. I really, really loved this, and I wish that more people knew about these books and about Kelly Armstrong. As you can see, I have a lot of Kelly Armstrong books. This is about a young girl called Chloe. She's 15, and her life goes completely awry when she starts seeing ghosts, and everyone thinks that she's crazy, and they put her into a home for mentally unstable children. It's got a little bit of romance, again a hell of a lot of adventure, and it is terrifying. This is the second book in the series, but I recommend the Crown of Blood series by Gwyn White. The first book is called Rebel's Honor. This is the second book, Warlord's Wager. They are incredible. It's about a warrior princess who is forced into a marriage with the person who conquered and destroyed her homeland, and she is trying to work from the inside to bring him down and destroy him, but at the same time he is starting to fall in love with her. It's got a bit of magic in it, it's got a bit of sci-fi in it because there's technology in it, there's also a lot of steampunk in it. I frigging love it. The character is amazing. Her name is Lynx and she is a total badass. Number 4 is Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. I loved this book. I know a lot of people, it wasn't really their taste, but I absolutely adored this. It's about a young woman named Mare, and she lives in a world that's very, very divided. There's a lot of segregation between people who have red blood and people who have silver blood, because the people who have silver blood have magical powers and the reds don't. She is a red, but it comes to light that she has some kind of ability that she is not supposed to have, and this puts her into incredible danger. There is some romance in it and a plot twist at the end that will shock the living crap out of you. Again, this is the second book in the series, but I recommend the Shadow and Bone Grisha series. This is the second book. They're by Leigh Bardugo. She is absolutely incredible. This series follows the story of a young woman called Alina, and again, she lives in a world that's very, very divided, and she discovers that she has a power that she's not supposed to have, and there are people who are trying to use her for that power. She has to decide who she can trust and who she can love. Another one by Leigh Bardugo is Six of Crows. This is absolutely amazing. It's about a bunch of criminals and they're given a task. They have to perform this heist and they get paid a lot of money to do it. And it is almost impossible and they have to pull it off. You will friggin' love the characters so, so much. This one's not going to be surprising to you, but I highly recommend the Harry Potter series by J.K. Rowling. If you haven't read it, you are really missing out. Read it. Just trust me on this one and read it. Next, again, probably no surprise, the Throne of Glass series by Sarah J Maas. This is one of my favorite series by my favorite author in the world. It is absolutely incredible. It follows a young woman, her name is Selena, and she is an assassin, and she is also a slave in a prison camp, and she is given the opportunity to fight for her freedom in this challenge to become the king's personal assassin. Terrifying and incredible. There is magic, there is romance, there is adventure, and a seriously, seriously kick-ass heroine. I give this book 101 stars. you should read it. In fact, read everything that Sarah J Maas has ever written. I would probably give her grocery list a 5-star review. That's how good this woman is. She is the queen. Big shocker that my next recommendation is A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J Maas. If you do not like the first book, read the second one anyway, because the second one is extraordinary. This was really great. I loved this one, but the second one blew my socks off. And then the third one, just as incredible. So I highly recommend this series. Another one I would recommend is Truth Witch by Susan Dennard. This one is very much about friendship. It's about two women. They live in a world where there are different kinds of witches and they're all coveted for different reasons, and we have two witches in this book. One of them is a truth witch, meaning that she can see a truth or a lie. She can tell if somebody's lying or not. And the other one is a thread witch, meaning she can sense the connections between different people. These gifts that they have are seriously coveted and used as weapons and used against them, and they are fighting for survival and trying to take care of each other in this incredible world. Next up is The Kiss of Perception by Mary E. Pearson. This one is amazing. It's about a young princess. Her name is Leah. She's being sold to someone as their bride, and she really doesn't want to do this. So she hatches a plan and she runs away. And she meets two people and she kind of starts to fall for them, but she doesn't know that one of them is an assassin sent to kill her, and the other one is the prince she was supposed to marry, who is really pissed off. If you're looking for a short book that's also quite an emotional read, I would recommend Fearless by Tim Lott. I can't even really explain how moving this book was. It's basically about hope and courage, and in the face of complete hopelessness, finding a way to make things better. Do be aware the feels, you will cry a lot. I would also recommend Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Lanny Taylor. It's about a young woman. She basically lives a double life. In one life, she's a student in Prague, and the other one, she's a messenger for a monster. Another one I would highly recommend is The Book Thief by Marcus Cusack. It's about a young girl living in Nazi Germany with a foster family because her family was sent to a concentration camp. One of the most extraordinary things about this book, for me at least, is that it's told from the perspective of death, as if death were watching all of this happen and was telling the story. And last but not least, I would recommend my book. It's a fairy tale retelling of Sleeping Beauty. It's called Queen of Extinction. It is basically about a fight to the death. Really hope that you like it if you do decide to read it. I will put a link to it in the description below. It's included in a box set with 24 other books for the price of one, so I will link that below if you want to get this. There are a million other books that I would like to recommend, but that's it for now. I might make another one of these videos in the future. Let me know what books you would recommend for me to read in the comments below. I am always looking for new things to read. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't yet. I will see you all later this week. Bye!